About a month ago, the Lost Harvest DLC for Dune Awakening dropped, and I made a video about the Duneman building set, something that was a resounding disappointment for the building community. With only 4 pieces, pretty much everyone was a bit annoyed, and Funcom came out to say, "Hold on, we hear you, we're going to add more." That day has finally come, but have the devs actually fixed the Duneman set? Yes they have. No more does this set have just 4 pieces, instead we've got 17 new items for a new total of 21. This includes more walls, floors, roof pieces, a window, railings, a ramp and more, definitely enough to make the Duneman set a fully fledged build set, not just an augment. Aesthetically, I think Funcom have taken a pretty interesting approach here. If Chome Shelter feels rustic and Chome Facility feels scientific, Duneman almost feels a little bit militaristic. It's got a nice fusion of these beige tones with the stark clash of steel on the accents, but the actual design of each piece feels very clean and orderly, giving the pieces almost a feeling of something powerful, maybe authoritative if that makes sense. It's a very dominating set, much like Conan, and leaves a very strong impression. Now of course it looks good, but how does it actually feel to use? In terms of building with the set, it feels about on par with the Chome sets. It's fairly straightforward and everything is rather self-explanatory. It doesn't have any strange quirks or rules that I've run into yet. That being said, the set does expose itself to a couple of issues that I will touch on in a moment. Before this edition was made, would the Duneman set have actually moved anyone enough to want to use it? I don't think so. You have to pull out something decent to get people to try this over their usual Atreides or Harkonnen sets, but now Duneman has been fully realised, I think it has potential. It's firmly rooted in the universe, this absolutely looks and feels like it fits in the world of Dune, but it does offer something a little different from everything else already in the game, yet does have easily transferable skills from building with other sets, which overall makes for quite a good experience. There's also a couple of unique features like the angled walls and walkable roofs, which will add a little spice into the tile set. As I mentioned a moment ago, good though it is, it does have a couple of issues. It's a massive step up from the prior incarnation, but it is not perfect. There are a couple of things still sorely missing from this set. There's no half walls, which would have been nice to have, but it's not the end of the world. What is a bit frustrating though is the lack of doorways. The garage door and the prudence door are your only options, no traditional door, so options are a bit limited. There's also no wedge roof pieces, as in actual roofs, not just plain floors, which is a bit of a pain seeing as there are wedge ceilings and wedge foundations. There's no open passageways either, and whilst the garage door is nice and has been adjusted to fit the tread wheel, making it big enough to fit the buggy would have been great. The columns are also a touch too flimsy for my liking, nicely made, but they just don't look strong enough I think. I also don't think this set combos super well in my opinion, it's just a little too different. Probably the best material to combine with this set is the Chome Shelter set, and it's alright, it's just not a fantastic combination. In terms of both building health and resource cost, it is equivalent to a tier 2 set. I kinda think tier 3 might have been more useful for the deep desert dwellers, but it's not a huge complaint for me personally. People who need the building health will always opt for tier 3 though, which somewhat invalidates the competitive potential of this set right off the jump. That being said, I have seen people use Chome Facility in the deep desert, so maybe this does have a place in certain situations. So overall, have Funcom actually fixed up the Duneman set and made it something worthwhile? I think they have. I know the disappointment was resounding from pretty much everyone when the 4-piece set initially showed up on Lost Harvest launch day. I don't know of anyone that was happy with it really. My hope was that Funcom would make more pieces and add it to the DLC for free, but I didn't really expect they'd do it until it was announced. Now it's here, the revamped Duneman set is certainly much better than the initial offering. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, it does have a few weak points, and some pieces are rather conspicuous in their absence, but overall it's a pretty decent building set now. I do think it is perhaps a little harder to use than some of the others. I honestly kinda struggled to get something good out of it initially, but in the end I think it will reward skilled builders. Overall, this update to the Duneman set makes it what it should have been in the first place, a fully fledged standalone build set. Initial controversy aside, Funcom have done a pretty good job with this set. Hopefully in the future they stick with releasing proper build sets like this, and if anyone from the team is listening, I am begging you for some larger garage doors. Oh, and suspensor elevators too, of course. Anyway, that will wrap us up for today. I wanted to take some time to cover the update for this build set. I know many of us were quite disappointed in its initial release, but this update has made it much, much better and is added at no extra cost to the people who already own the DLC. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy my videos and want to see them early, please do check out the Patreon through the link in the description, where you can get early videos, Discord roles, end of video credits, build blueprints and more. On that note, a massive thanks to our wonderful esteemed coffee cultists for continuing to support the channel over on Patreon. Again, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.